discuss, and you will be looking at the screen, and then everything will be okay. So once more, you're most welcome to this morning class. This is Teacher Ben. We are going to handle literacy 1. Our topic today is going to be accidents and safety. This unit is handled right away from P1, P2. We also have in P4. We also have it in P6. So by the time you reach P6, you should be in position to do everything concerning accidents and safety. In English, they will also teach you about accidents and safety in primary 5. But for science, P1, P2, and then you go to P4 and then P7. Not P7, but P6. So that is it. So you need to understand everything about accidents. And I know if you went through primary 1, you must have learned something about accidents. So maybe before we go any further, before I share my screen, I would like to hear from you, Asha. What do you understand by the word accidents or an accident? What is an accident? Asha.
Yes, please.
What is an accident? If you know, you can share with us. If you don't know, you'll also tell me that I don't know.
I don't know.
So meaning you didn't learn accidents in primary 1. Okay, so let me share my screen so that we shall be able to learn everything about accidents today. So we have seen very many people at home, people get accidents. Some get accidents because the car has thrown them down. Some get accidents because they were running and they fall down. Some get accidents because they were playing. Some get accidents because they were climbing trees. Some get accidents because they were playing rough games and so many other things. So we need to understand what accidents are. Yes, Asha. Asha.
Yes, yes, please.
Okay, my network is poor. That's why it had got stuck a little bit. So I was telling you that you have to be able to access this work in the site. Now that today we have started with accidents and safety, I need you next time, after this lesson, you have to log into the site and then you write this work down. We are going to discuss it. Then your work is logging into the site and then you write this work, isn't it? You write this work, you do the activities which are in here. So I was telling you that when you log into the site, you'll get all these units, our school and neighborhood, you'll get accidents and safety, you'll get parts of the body, cultural practices, you'll get common animals, washing hands after visiting a toilet, other and many other things that you look at. Peace and security, children protection, recreation, festivals and holidays. Then also you look at communication. So all those are some of the alternative units that you will look at. But we are going to start with accidents and safety. So I will need everybody to be able to do this unit, accidents and safety. Log into the site. After this, you're going to write this work down in your book. You log into the site. I'm not going to send you the notes, but the notes are already there in the site. So you just use your computer or laptop or phone to access this work, as simple as that. So I was asking you earlier on what an accident is. What is an accident? So I want you to read this. Of course, our heading is accident and safety. Now, what is an accident? I want you to read this. Let me first read, then you also repeat after me. An accident is a sudden happening that causes injury or death. An accident is a sudden happening that causes injury or death. Let me have Asha repeat that. What is an accident? Asha?
An accident is a
An accident, you look at that work is that causes injury or death. Can you repeat that?
Pardon?
Can you repeat this? An accident is a sudden happening that causes injury or death.
An accident is a injuring.
Asha?
Yes.
Asha, are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
You read what the words that are here. We have an accident here, the definition. An accident is a sudden happening that causes injury or death. Can you repeat that?
An accident is a injuring. Yes.
Can you read what you see here? We say that an accident is a sudden happening that causes injury or death. You just read from your phone, the screen, there is a work displayed on your screen. That is the work you're going to read. Yes.
An accident is a hindrance happens that causes injury or death.
This word here, I need you to pronounce this word very well. Sudden. Can you say sudden? If you can see my cursor, I'm pointing at the word sudden. Can you say sudden? Can you say sudden? Can you say sudden?
Sudden.
Good. So you say an accident is a sudden happening that causes injury or death. Can you repeat that?
An accident is a sudden happening that causes injury or death.
That causes injury or death. Why we say it is a sudden happening? Because you don't prepare for it. It can just happen from nowhere. You just realize that, you've already got an accident. It can happen at any time, abruptly. Anytime it can happen. You just realize that, this fire has burnt me. I've fallen down. This thing has cut me. Oh, like that. So that is what we call an accident. You don't prepare for it. You don't get ready for it. It just happens. Some of us who were those days used to look for mangoes. We used to climb trees. And then after climbing a tree, you see a good mango, but it is at the extreme end of the branch. You try to go for that mango. All of a sudden you find yourself falling down from a tree. Whap! Boop! You just realize that you've already reached down. So that is what an accident can do. You don't prepare for it. It just happens suddenly, abruptly. So that is what we call an accident. It is something that happens from nowhere. Maybe you find yourself
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, I'm still here. So we can continue. I was telling you that an accident occurs just suddenly. From nowhere, it occurs. So that is it. So if they ask you in your examination to say, to define or to give the meaning of the word an accident, you simply have to say an accident is a sudden happening that causes injury or death. Even in primary 6, the same answer. Even in P7, the same answer is what you will give. So it will be good if you understand that right here. So let's move on to the next. Common accidents at home. What are some of the common accidents that occur at home? What are some of the common accidents that occur at home? Yes, Asha? What are some of the common accidents that occur at home? Have you ever seen anyone getting an accident? Asha?
Yes?
Have you ever seen anyone getting an accident?
Yes.
Which accident did the person get?
Fall down.
Falling down. As simple as that. So when you look at the accidents that occur at home, for me, I've ever seen these accidents at home. If you can see my screen, these accidents occur at home. One of them is burns. One day I was trying to cook food using firewood. Then suddenly fire had to burn me when I was trying to carry the saucepan down. So you have what you call burns. You can get a burn, fire can burn you, even the saucepan can burn you because it is hot. So you can get burns at home. You're trying to cook and then suddenly you get burned. So if they ask you to mention the common accidents at home, you will mention these ones. One is burns. The other one is bites. There are some things that can bite you at home, like the snake can bite you. You also have the dogs. The dogs can bite you. There are those dogs that are sick of rabies. They can bite you. Then at home you're playing, then you fall down. You have falls. That is also a common accident at home. For me, I've ever got this accident also falling. I've ever fallen down. I've ever got this accident. Then cats. You play, if you play with the sharp objects, you're playing with a razor blade, you're playing with a knife, playing with a panga, playing with the horse. If you do play with and you're playing with other children, you can end up cutting the other child. So that becomes an accident. So there, it is a very common thing at home. Then the other one is the stings. Stings. Have you ever been stung by something, an insect?
No.
You've never been stung by an insect?
Yes.
Then you're lucky. For us, we have been stung by different things like wasps, bees, and then even you have black ants. They can sting you. Safari ants, they can sting you. So they are very, very dangerous. So you can also get these stings. And when they sting you, that part is going to swell. It becomes big. It will swell. So we have stings. Then the other one is fracture or broken bone. Can you also say fracture or broken bone?
Fracture or broken bone.
Fracture or broken bone.
Fracture or broken bone.
Again.
Fracture or broken
bone. Fracture or broken bone. Again.
Fracture or broken bone.
Maybe you're playing or maybe you fall down, then the bone breaks. Maybe the leg gets broken or the hand gets broken or even your ribs can get broken. Have you ever seen anyone with a broken leg? Or broken hand?
Pardon?
Have you ever seen anyone with a broken leg?
No.
Okay. So there are some people, when you see someone with a broken leg or broken hand, that is, you just need to know that that is what we call a fracture. That one is a fracture. In primary 4, we shall learn more about a fracture. Then there is this one. Have you ever gone to the swimming pool?
Yes.
There is this one, this accident here is called drowning. Can you say drowning?
Drowning.
So when you fall in a swimming pool, you don't know how to swim, and then you start taking water, and then you die in water. If you die in water, that accident is called drowning. That accident is called drowning. You just say, John drowned in water. John drowned in water. Oh, my friend drowned in water. Because your friend died in water. If someone dies in water, that is what we call drowning. Can you say drowning?
Drowning.
So if you fall in water, if you don't know how to swim, and then you die there, then you have drowned. So we have also said that drowning or falling in water bodies. As simple as that. Then the other one is electric shock. Can you say electric shock?
Electric short
Electric shock.
or electric shock.
As simple as that. If you're playing with the electric sockets and the switches using your wet hands, you're playing there with using your wet hands, you can get this accident of electric shock, and it can kill you within a short time. Very fast. It can, you get stuck there, you dry there, it takes away all your blood, and then you die. Another person will come and touch you. If they touch you with their hands, they will also remain there and die. So it is very dangerous. You don't need to touch the switches. You don't need to touch the sockets, and you don't need to put metallic wires, the wires into the sockets, bare wires. You're just putting, metals fixing in the sockets without with bare hands. There definitely you can be shocked and then you can die. So you have to be very careful. Some people have died because of that, playing with the sockets and switches. They have died. Then the other one is nose bleeding. Can you say nose bleeding?
Nose bleeding.
Nose bleeding.
Nose bleeding.
This one, if someone hits your nose, maybe slapping your nose or what, there you can get a problem and then the nose can start bleeding. As simple as that. So we also need to look at these dangerous objects which can cause accident. Dangerous objects which can cause accident. At a home, which are these dangerous objects that can cause accidents? I want you to mention some things that are dangerous that can cause an accident.
A knife.
A knife, correct? Another one? Those things that can cause an accident at home. Come again?
Falling down.
Falling down. That one is a cause, it is not an object. We need an object that can cause an accident. Okay, you have mentioned a knife, but there are very many. Let me show you all these ones. There are very many. Dangerous objects. If you can see your screen, the heading is here, dangerous objects which can cause accident. They are here. And you mentioned one, which is knife. Can you say knife?
Knife.
Another one is razor blade.
Razor blade.
Panga.
Panga.
Panga. Panga.
Panga.
Iron sheet.
Pardon?
Iron sheet.
Iron sheet.
Iron sheet.
Iron sheet.
Barbed wire. Barbed wire.
Barbed wire.
Fire.
Fire.
Gun.
Gun.
Hoe.
Hoe.
Axe.
axe,
spear,
spear,
needle,
needle,
nail,
nail,
safety pin,
safety pin,
thorn,
stone,
coin,
coin,
broken glass,
broken glass,
broken bottles.
broken bottles.
Okay, so when you look at these dangerous objects, when you look at the broken bottles, these ones will cause cuts, will cause an accident, which is cuts. Broken glass can also cause cuts. The axe can also cause cuts. The hoe can also cause cuts. The barbed wire can cause cuts. The iron sheet can cause cuts. The panga cuts. The razor blade can also cause cuts, and then even the knife can cause cuts. Then for the case of fire, fire can cause what we call burns. They can burn you. And that's why for us those days we used to sing a song saying, never play with the fire. Fire burns, fire burns. Please don't play with the fire. Because when you play with the fire, definitely fire will burn you. So we used to sing that song, and it would help young children to know that, oh, if I play with the fire, fire will burn me. So I don't want fire to burn me. So if they don't want fire to burn them, they just avoid touching or playing with fire. As simple as that. Now, I want you to spell some of these words. But the way we are going to spell, if I tell you to spell the word knife, you first say that word that I've told you. If I say spell the word knife, you start by saying knife. K-N-I-F-E, knife. That is it. It means that you're going to say, then spell, then again say the word. Say, spell, then say. As simple as that. Say, spell, then say again. As simple as that. And when you continue in P6, they will tell you that first pronounce the word, spell, then pronounce again. It is the same as say, then spell, then say. As simple as that. But before we start spelling these words, I will be choosing just randomly this word. So you must be able to see them very well, and then you spell. So we need to talk about a coin. Some children like eating coins. When we give you coins, we give you money, then you start putting the coin in the mouth. When you put the coin in the mouth, you're risking getting an accident because that coin will enter in your throat. If it enters in the throat, it will get stuck in the throat. When it gets stuck in the throat, it will not allow anything to enter like food. Food cannot enter into your stomach. And so after some time, if they don't remove it away, then you will die. And in most cases right now, you can be only taken to Mulago for that coin to be removed. So you have to be very careful. Don't play with the coins, don't play with the money, because in our school here, children, there is a girl who was playing with the money, and then she swallowed the coin. We had to take her to Mulago, and then they had to remove the coin from there. Otherwise, she was going to die. So you have to be very careful. Don't eat the money because they can be, the coins are dangerous. They can cause death. As simple as that. So let's continue. I want to ask you to spell some of these words. Yes. Yes. Asha, can you spell thorn? Spell the word thorn.
Thorn.
Mhm.
T-H-O. Pardon?
Spell the word thorn.
Thorn. T-H-O-R-N. Thorn.
Good. That is very good. Another word. Asha, spell for us the word needle.
Needle.
Mhm.
N-E-E-D-L-E. Needle. Teacher, I have finished.
Yes, I was asking you to spell the word needle. Spell the word needle. And I was telling you that the word needle is here. Can you spell that word?
Needle. N-E-E-D-L-E. Needle.
Good. The word is very correct. Can you spell the word knife?
Knife.
Mhm.
K-N-I-F-E. Knife.
Very good. Spell the word spear.
Pardon?
Spell the word spear. Spear.
Spear.
Mhm.
S-P-E-A-R. Spear.
Very good. So that is that. Thank you so much, Asha, for attending this lesson. That is what we wanted to talk about. We have talked about accidents. We have said that an accident is a sudden happening that causes injury or death. We have also looked at the common accidents at home. We have mentioned burns, bites, falls, cuts, stings, fracture, drowning, electric shock, and then nose bleeding as some of the accidents that occur at home. Some of those accidents can even occur at school. So they can also ask you, give the accidents that occur at school. You can mention the same. They also occur at school. Burns, bites, falls, cuts, stings, fractures, drowning, electric shock, and even nose bleeding still occur at school. So if they ask to give the accidents that occur at school, you give those very accidents. We have also talked about the dangerous objects which can cause accidents. We have talked about the knife, the razor blade, the panga. So you don't need to play with any of these things that we have talked about. You don't need to play around with them because they can cause accidents, as simple as that. So we still have a lot of work, and I want you, after finishing copying that work, you continue with this work. There is also this exercise activity, you do it, and then you continue with the cutting objects, you will get them there. The piercing objects, you'll get them there. Things which can bite, they are there. Accidents on the way, you will also get them there. Accidents, causes of accidents, they are there. Ways of preventing accidents, they are there. How to cross the road is there. Causes of accidents at school, all those things are here. And then I want you to do them very well. Then we shall also look at first aid, and then we shall go to the next unit. So thank you so much for attending. We are going to end here. But because I was, my internet was on and off, you became the host by coincidence. Because when the host drops, the next person becomes the host. So you're going to tap where it says end the meeting. It is a red button somewhere there. I don't know if there is someone there to help you. There is a red button, you just tap end, and then it is done. Next time we shall meet again. Asha.
Yes, please.
We shall meet next time, isn't it?
Yes. Thank you for the lesson, teacher.
Welcome. So you tap where it says end so that the meeting can end.
For all. You could do like
You end the meeting for all.